Hello, welcome to Cosmic Doll Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. We interrupt our regular schedule to bring you a time-critical special episode. A first look at the beta demo version of Task Force Admiral, available on Steam for a limited time only. First impressions? Very positive. I must say, I appreciated the tip of the hat to Microprose's earlier title, Pacific Air War 1942. That was the opening screen with the aircraft circling the globe and Morse code playing in the background. Took me straight back to the good old days. Thank you, Dry Dock Dreams Games. And the truly amazing original artworks for the loading screens. These are really impressive. Also, love the introduction video and graphics, very reminiscent of strategic titles such as War in the Pacific, Warplan Orange, and so on. Definitely got me in the mood. Okay. Thank you for trying this demo version. There is a manual. It is a beta version, so be kind. The text warns that this demo will be deactivated at the end of the Kickstarter campaign. As at the time of recording, 22 February 2025, shown in the top right, the Kickstarter campaign had already reached its highest stretch target. So please check the demo out for yourself on Steam, but be aware it is time limited. Also, I'm thinking of pausing the Red Storm campaign in Fleet Command for just a few weeks to take advantage of this opportunity, and feature a full mission profile in this demo version of the game. The full mission profile will cover a number of phases of battle in separate episodes: launch operations, search operations, combat air patrol, strike planning, defensive operations, and recovery operations, after which I will continue Red Storm. Let me know what you think in the comments. There is a single scenario, but no spoilers. I will use the battle generator for this first look. There is also a museum for examining units, and Fleet Defense, which is an arcade-style flight sim, in no way realistic, but a lot of fun to play. I am enjoying this video and music in the background too much. I have to stop. On to the battle generator. The parameters are listed on the left, the briefing on the right. You can choose one or two friendly carriers. I will choose one. Friendly air skill, let's make things easy. Threat axis, or where the enemy is coming from, let's select East. Enemy forces, up to 3, I will choose 1. Enemy air skill, let's help ourselves a little. My choice is not historically accurate, but so what. Wind from the north. Remember, we need to launch into the wind. And I want to see the clouds in the game. As you make selections, the briefing text changes. Very cool. Reminds me of the Rowan Soft flight simulators like Dawn Patrol and Overlord. Next, the briefing. Coral Sea, May 1942, 0500 hours. You are in command of Task Force 17, centered on the fleet carrier USS Yorktown, currently cruising in the South Pacific with its air group composed of 24 F-4F fighters, 40 SBD dive bombers, and 15 TBD torpedo bombers, searching for an engagement with an enemy carrier force recently sighted in the region. The flyers in your task force are well versed in their duties and have been diligently preparing for this engagement. Their commitment and readiness are evident, and we have every confidence that they will rise to the occasion. We do not expect them to falter and trust they will meet the demands of the mission with the skill and determination required. According to our latest reports, the enemy may currently be positioned to the east of your location and is aware of your approximate position. Exercise heightened vigilance and anticipate possible enemy movements in that direction. The enemy carrier force currently cruising in the area is believed to be made of a single unit of unknown type. This presents an excellent opportunity to strike at the enemy with minimal risk. We anticipate light air opposition, allowing for a calculated attack with a favourable chance of success at a relatively low cost. These pilots are well trained and capable of handling their aircraft with proficiency. Expect competent and skilled opposition from the enemy squadrons, who will likely employ disciplined tactics and precise manoeuvres. Stay sharp and rely on your training to counter their efforts. A light cloud cover is expected this morning, which may provide some limited concealment for both friendly and enemy forces. While this could offer some tactical advantage, it may also reduce visibility, so remain alert for sudden changes in weather or enemy movement. Use the cloud cover to your advantage, but be cautious of potential ambushes. Wind is blowing from the north. Consider its effect on your attack plans when conducting air operations. Your objective is to locate and destroy the enemy carrier groups while ensuring they do not inflict damage on your own forces. You are expected to retire by the end of the day. Maintain discipline, stay focused, and prioritise the mission's success within the given time frame. Let's do this. More amazing artwork. Okay, the flag plot. We can look around and elements are interactive. The map and fleet management. Let's go to the map and examine the interface. Top left. The strategic map. 3D view. Hard to see at night. That's better. Next, the fleet board. This shows the ships in your formation. The formation editor. Fleet information. You can customize the display. Change the scale. Defensive air ops. This is where you create combat air patrols, as well as pickets. The air plot. This shows in real time what aircraft are on the deck or in the hangar and their status. The deck timeline, we will see this later. Missions, again, will make more sense later. On the left of the screen is the order of battle. What shall we do first? How about set up a search for the enemy carrier to the east? Press Search on the bottom right. Create New Air Search. Play with the parameters until you get the search pattern you want. And you can manually adjust the search fan. This is a very familiar mechanic to anyone who has played Pacific Air War 1942. Let's unpause the game. The time controls will be your friend in this game. Information has now appeared on the bottom timescale. This allows you to plan deck operations over time. Let's go 3D. When you want to go to a unit, select the unit from the order of battle. And press Tab to hide the head-up display for the cinematic look. You'll be seeing more of this. USS Yorktown. The sun rising in the east. How magnificent. Each unit has multiple preset camera views that you can rotate. This will be so powerful for storytelling. The view from port, the view from starboard looking out to sea, towards the bow. Look at these beautiful plane models. Wow. And the island. It feels like I'm actually standing on deck. And you can move the free camera around. World War II air power. The air search radar atop the island. Okay, snap out of it. We have work to do. There can be long periods of doing nothing, so time compression is very important. Having said that, you could set aside a whole day and play this game in real time with no compression. Start at 5 in the morning and finish when you finish. Can't say I'm not tempted. Deck operations commence at 05:54 hours, so let's slow down and have a look. We can also check out other ships in the formation. These ships also have their own preset camera views. For serious immersion, try standing on a bridge wing and look around. Wow. I'm getting Destroyer Command vibes. Anyone who played that game knows exactly what I mean. A Destroyer Command remake has to be what, Volume 3? 4? Something. Playable ships, please, as well as playable stations. Back to USS Yorktown, and spotting has started. Basically, in those days, a carrier could either launch or recover, but not both at the same time. Unlike modern carriers. So, to launch the search planes from the bow, all the other planes that won't fit in the hangar below decks have to be moved aft to make room. That is the spotting process we are seeing now. And the carrier looks like it is turning into the wind. This procedure of turning into the wind uses the ship's speed to create wind speed across the bow to increase the relative airspeed of the aircraft on takeoff. And by increasing the wind speed over the wing, thus increases lift. A very cool physics hack, which is important when you have such a short runway. Let's get a view of spotting from the deck. In the darkness of early dawn, the plane handlers are practically invisible. By the way, that is a yes to animated crew members in the final release. Wow, you really feel like you're in the action. Let's speed up time. Not long now. I might have to watch Tora 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 now. What is your favourite Pacific War film? The scout planes will launch from further back on the deck, as they are heavier and need a longer runway than the fighters. Recovering planes from the stern involves the reverse process, but again, sailing into the wind to maximise lift at a higher airspeed but low speed relative to the carrier. Anyway, physics. Bernoulli's equation if you're interested. The crews have now entered their aircraft and are completing pre-flight checks. But they are still waiting on another plane to join. Sure enough, the forward elevator is in use. I can almost smell the Coral Sea. Fair warning, the engine start sequence is very sudden. Put your drinks down. I expect later versions of the game will have a more developed engine start sequence. There it is, you were warned. Get those aircraft off the deck. Oh, and the aircraft have camera views too. GoPro 1942. Hello. Oh, yes. If you haven't downloaded this demo already, seriously, what more are you waiting for? Back on Yorktown, the flashing icon means you have unread messages. Task Force 17 is heading into the wind to commence air operations. Like I said, search planes from Able, USS Yorktown CV5, are airborne and underway. Task Force 17 has ceased air operations and is resuming its original course. By executing a violent manoeuvre to port, it seems. I almost lost my scrambled eggs on that one. Let's speed up time. Now, you may be wondering why I have not launched a combat air patrol. I will, but think about it. Fuel is limited, and so is patrol persistence. The enemy also needs to launch search planes and find me, which takes time. Then launch a strike, which also needs to find me, which takes more time. Only then do I need a combat air patrol to be in the air. In the meantime, I have radar. The more times I launch and recover the combat air patrol, the more times I need to spot all these planes on deck. Aft, then forward. Aft, then forward, which takes time. Think about it. This was a significant tactical factor in all World War II carrier battles in the Pacific Theatre. Our scouts report a new unidentified surface force, bearing 166, range 101 miles. I am first to detect, which might also mean first to strike. Unless I am striking the wrong target, like the Japanese in the Battle of the Coral Sea. Only 2 or 3 ships. Let's not risk it. Use the button on the bottom right to create a strike package. These interfaces are amazing, and once again, very familiar to Pacific Air War 1942 players, but modernised beautifully. Choose your aircraft. Remember, the larger the strike package, the longer it takes to spot, launch, form up, and move off, meaning it could be caught on the deck at the worst possible moment. There can be merit in a smaller first strike. Choose your target. Review the settings. Review the flight plan. When you are happy, greenlight the mission. On deck, the aircraft are already beginning to spot. Pilots of the escorting F4F already in their cockpits. In this case, the elevator is taking aircraft below to arm them. The hangar deck. This is amazing detail. Let's look at the air plot. Green is mission ready. Blue is under preparation. White is unassigned. Each icon represents an individual aircraft, and they move in real time. This is the deck timeline. It shows what is happening on deck now and in future. For example, at 0910 hours, Yorktown will commence recovery operations. So, no launching then. The missions are listed here. A search mission and a naval strike mission. Click on the mission for details. More intel reports. Originally, the surface force was unidentified. Now, our scouts report an enemy surface force, bearing 169, range 100 miles. And 2 minutes later, our scouts report an enemy carrier force, bearing 169, range 99 miles. Same bearing, range closing. And from unidentified to enemy to carrier. A bit of a cheat, let's have a look. From the air order of battle, you can select an individual aircraft to see what they can see. Hello, Mr. Taylor. In the final game, you will be able to disable this setting in realistic difficulty mode. But for now, let's just enjoy it. Cloud cover makes a real difference. I'm glad they saw the enemy fleet because I couldn't see a thing. Let's speed up time. As Yorktown turns into the wind, and the strike aircraft slowly assemble. Just a few more aircraft to go. Ominous music. What could this mean? Only 2 more aircraft still in the hangar. The music is only getting more and more ominous. Once these last aircraft are on deck, I need to check out what is happening. One to go. Suddenly, Yorktown's anti-aircraft guns spring into action. General quarters sounded. Yorktown is engaging enemy aircraft. But where are they? Up there, green 30. Somewhere in this cloud of flak. The last strike aircraft reaches the deck. Let's switch to the tactical view and see if we can locate the enemy. There, the white marker. And red aircraft. A Japanese scout plane. Flying high over the American carrier Task Force. Good observation from up here. The pilot resolutely maintains course. The radio operator frantically reports each contact back to the enemy carrier. The gunner is just trying not to die. The scout plane is in a box barrage. Miraculously unharmed. Well, that is about enough for a first look. I highly encourage you to download the demo while it is still available. In this episode, we've looked at the key controls. We've planned and launched scout missions, planned a naval strike mission, and engaged an enemy aircraft with AAA fire. Every second week for the next little while, I will feature the phases of a full mission profile in Task Force Admiral. The full mission profile will cover a number of phases of battle in separate episodes: launch operations, search operations, combat air patrol, strike planning, defensive operations, and recovery operations. In between those episodes, I will continue the Sea Power Altus 1974 series, a crossover campaign between Sea Power and Armour 3. And, after the Task Force Admiral demo, I will return to the Red Storm campaign in Fleet Command. But that is all for now. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.